Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the NBA odds coverage for Wednesday, April 12th, the last day of the regular season. Mike Brenner, this is always
I remember last time.
Yeah. Well,
I remember last year.
I might do a similar thing this year because there's a lot of plays I think I'm liking. I mean, last year I gave like 28 plays and I went like almost exactly 50-50
You
on
did
them.
go 50-50.
I don't know. I'm seeing because obviously there's unique situations. We know that some of these teams are out of the playoffs but playing hard to the end. Some of them are out of the playoffs and totally fading. Other teams do have games that matter tonight.
Sure.
So
Bunch of them. There's a lot of opportunity tonight. I only had one play last night. Atlanta was the only thing on the board. Hell, they were up by like 20 at half.
And so that was sort of a classic late regular season value play that in retrospect was a great call.
Yeah, it felt good doing that. But I think I got 3 or 4 more today, Pete. Really do.
All right, well, my play last night was a winner as well.
I know. What was it again?
It was
Remind the audience.
It was a standard under in the Lakers game.
But guess what? If I'm correct, it wasn't a nail biter.
No, it was a solid play.
Comfortable
solid
cover.
play.
Absolutely.
All right, so I guess let's.
That's why you shave. Remember, I said it last year. Wama went like Pistol Pete. When you get red hot like this, you gotta shave, baby.
That's right.
Let's just quickly go down the slate of games, Mike Brenner. If we hit a game, tell me if you have a pick on it. Boston, obviously, this game does matter to them, but they're a 14-point favorite. I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, that's a whole hell of a lot of points. What I'm doing is I'm going to do one more 3-team teaser going out the door on regular season because I think there's just teams involved that it's a lot of value.
Okay.
And Milwaukee will be one of them.
All right.
20 on top of that. But as far as a side or anything on there, I'm off of that.
All right. Next game is Philly and New York, and I actually took the over on that one. On the overnight, it was 202. Now it's up to 204. And I also took the Knicks. It was +3 on the overnight. Now it's down to a 2 or 1.5. Yeah. Philly, as we know, is really slumping towards the finish line.
Well, they've only got 9 guys, 8 guys. Apparently, I heard there might even only be 8 dressed players tonight. So I don't know if that's true.
And the Knicks are doing pretty well. So I'm going to take the Knicks team total over, which is 101 minus 107. I'm definitely going to take a shot on that. And you know what? I will take the Knicks just to win outright on the money line. Yeah, I think they probably should take this one. All right, so that's it. And then I'll also, I need to eat some units up here. I'll also take the Knicks on. No, I'll just take them. That's it. I'll take them on the full game money line and the team total over. Then we have Indiana Atlanta. This game does matter to Indiana, but again, another massive home favorite line.
That's
12.5 or 13.
And that's why I'm putting the Hawks on that teaser as well, putting 6 on top of that.
And then the next one is Washington at Miami, another game where it matters to Miami, so maybe on the first quarter or the first half. John Wall is going to be out for sure. The other guys, Beal supposedly playing.
And why does it matter for Miami?
For playoffs,
absolutely.
They have to. I think.
And where's that game at?
It's at Miami. I think if they win, they'll need help, but they're still in the playoff.
Yeah, what's the first half, Pistol, for Miami?
I think it was 5.5. Let me see. 5.5 or 6. Yeah.
Okay. How about the first quarter? Is that line up yet?
Let me see.
Pistol Pete
Miami,
doing that line
minus
shopping.
3.
I'm going to take it. I'm taking the Heat first quarter. -3 because I'm just telling you right now, Washington does not care at all about this game. They care about rest and legs getting fresh. The Heat, they need help, but guess what? They're not going to go out just laying down. That team has been playing amazing. I love it. Pistol Pete, give me that first half.
All right,
also.
the first half we can give you. Let's see.
We
can give you for Miami minus 5.5 minus 105.
I love it. I really think this is going to be a casher, baby. I love it.
Damn,
I love this
and then we have Dallas and Memphis, and of course Memphis is in the playoffs. They have a series coming up against Spurs. My sense is that the under might be a good play here because Memphis, I think, is going to start to try to get into their defense-oriented playoffs.
That's the only way they're going to progress in the playoffs. Yeah. You know that. So I think I wouldn't talk you off that ledge.
Yeah, and I was also leaning the under. I was leaning Dallas, and I was thinking about Memphis on the team total under. But I'll hold off on that one for now. Then we have Toronto, Cleveland, and when this one opened at 4.5, I jumped on Cleveland plus 4.5. Now it's down to 1.5 or 3. Actually,
what?
So this is it's 1.5.
It was just 4 10 minutes ago.
No, it's a big line
1.5.
here.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
So it's 1.5 or 2, and the total is also taking a dip. I like the under, and that is also taking a dip.
Wasn't it 202
as well.
at one point?
Now it's 202. It was 204 when it opened. So yeah.
All right, well, I'm all over this game because I'm telling you what's going to happen. LeBron's not playing, but and I said it the other day. Matty Ice, we were doing the live show. He goes, Deron Williams. I saw him. I said, you know what? He's going to be playing tonight. He put up 35 points the other night. There's no way in hell this team doesn't want this game, Pete. I think that this thing is totally wrong. And last time I felt this with this, it was a similar situation 2 weeks ago. Cavaliers absolutely killed it. So I'm pulling the trigger 3 ways. Quarter, the first half, and the full game. Give me them Cavs.
First quarter for the Cavs be plus a half.
Okay.
The first half for the Cavs will be, let's see, plus, we can give you, let's see, plus 1.
Yep.
Minus 110. Or no, plus 1, plus 100. And then for the full game, we can give you plus 2.
All right.
Yeah, plus 2, minus 110.
I love it, Pistol Pete.
Okay, and then Denver OKC is the next game on the slate. Denver, of course, playing with revenge. OKC is obviously full on.
But how much revenge can a team really have on the last day of the season? I got a feeling them kids that supposedly, not kids, they're grown men, but the revenge, I think they're thinking about a cold beer. They're thinking about, resting with their families, enjoying some time.
Well, OKC
also, there's 9 straight times, Pete, but guess what? I don't think they give a shit about that. I know if I were a coach, that'd be the last thing I'd be talking about in that locker room is, all right, guys, we got to get them. They beat us 9 times in a row. They beat them 9 times in a row with the regular roster. Their regular roster is not even playing tonight. So why in the hell do they want to break a curse like that?
Well, because that
shit makes sense to me.
The last time they lost was just 2 games ago, and I believe that's when they got knocked out of the playoffs.
Okay,
so it was just 2 games ago.
All right.
So I'm going to take Denver at plus 4.5 minus. Bet online sports betting.ag plus 5 minus 111 minus 115 plus 5 minus 115.
I think they could do it without the revenge factor. Is what I think. I don't think the revenge is as big as they're building it up because the articles I were reading, it kept talking about this 9-game streak and what happened last time. But you know what? I don't agree with all that.
Okay, so are you taking OKC or it's a pass?
No, I'm just staying the hell off. Okay. That's a 10-foot pole.
All right, I'm going to take Denver first half and the full game.
Okay,
full game
pull that
5.
trigger.
All right, then the next one is Minnesota-Houston. Another one, Minnesota. Playing their last game, and Houston looking towards the playoffs.
Yeah.
I was thinking again here, Minnesota plus the points, the under, and maybe Houston team total under might be.
I think it's a lot of points, also, isn't it?
It's 8. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of points. Houston's not going to be. They don't need this. They need this for nothing.
Yeah.
Except for maybe just to keep some legs fresh.
Right.
I'm off it, Pete. I'm off it.
All right, I am going to take a Minnesota plus the points, and I will also take the under on this one, and I'll also take I'll just take the under and Minnesota plus the points.
Okay. Hey, by the way, did you watch yesterday's video Larry did with that school bus?
No.
Remember when I was telling you throw me under the bus? Mm-hmm. By God, you should see what he did with the graphics. He dropped the Oklahoma City school bus on top of my head, and it just drove right over me. Buddy, it was beautiful.
Okay, that sounds good. Next game is Detroit and Orlando. I don't know if you have anything to say about that. I'm thinking maybe Orlando on the team total over, but
you did nail a good one with Detroit a couple nights ago. I forgot to give you props for that, by the way.
Houston,
you nailed that one, Pistol.
Similar to the Minnesota game tonight that I'm liking. All right, so do you have anything about Detroit?
I do.
Okay.
I have. Oh, on that game, no, not the Detroit. I'm staying off
Orlando.
of that.
Okay, and then next one, Brooklyn, Chicago. When this one, it was 15 on the overnight. I didn't understand that one at all. I definitely bet that one. Now it's down to 13.5. I know that Chicago is still playing for something, but Brooklyn is absolutely playing.
They're not going to go down like that. Yeah, exactly. And what is it now?
Now it's 13.5, which I will throw on definitely. 13.5 minus 101.
Okay.
And do you want to do anything with this one?
No, I don't. But I am going to be using Brooklyn on a 3-team. Okay. I'm doing a Brenner closing season casher, I really feel it's going to cash.
Okay, sounds good. Then we have San Antonio and the Spurs.
San Antonio and the Spurs. That's the same damn team.
San Antonio and Utah. They are. I would lean under on this one. The Spurs, I believe, will probably get into again playoff defense-oriented mode. Same thing with Utah.
I heard that they're not. If they're doing any resting, it's going to be the second half. That's also. I was close to pulling the trigger on the Spurs.
All right, so that's going to be a pass. Then there's New Orleans and Portland, and on this one, I was thinking New Orleans. Obviously those two guys are out.
They're not playing.
Cousins and I was thinking that New Orleans will come to play here. They're getting big points. The game, I believe, doesn't mean anything for Portland, and I was thinking about the under. You have anything to say about this one?
Well, I would agree with you. Portland doesn't need. There's nothing they can do positioning wise. What's the line right now?
10.5,
which
is
a lot of points.
It is a lot of points.
This is that time of year. I think there's some damn teaser value all over this stuff.
All right, so I will take New Orleans plus 10.5 minus 110.
It's like you said, though. There's players who are going to want to make a name for themselves. They're going to want to get out there and do something.
And I will also take the Portland team total under 110 minus 109.
Okay.
All right, let's see. And then we have Sacramento and the Clippers, another massive line. Yeah. And do you have anything to say about that one?
Well, I'm going to be taking the first half. I think it's 8.5 if I'm correct.
The first half on the Clippers.
Might even be less.
It is actually 9.5 or 10 right now.
Oh, no, that's too high. I'm off. Boom, I'm off. But I do know one thing. The Clippers are enjoying what they're doing right now. They're playing very consistent. And Pete, ain't nobody talking about them.
Sure.
Nobody's talking about them, and I wouldn't want to be the team facing them in the first round. I'm going to sell you that right now.
Okay. And then the last one is the Lakers and Golden State. And I'm thinking about taking, again, Lakers and the under here on the Golden State team total under. Lakers obviously are playing very strong to the end. Golden State wants to get Durant, some rest reps.
But they're not worried about scoring. They're not worried about winning. They just want to get them reps, and that proved itself last time. That's why I stayed the hell off it. What was the line again?
Well, now it's it opened. It was 15. Now it's 13.5.
See, that's a hell of a lot of points.
All right, I am going to take that. I'm going to take the Lakers plus the points. I'm going to take the under, and I'm going to take the Golden State team total under as well.
You're going out with a bang. I love it.
You sound confident. A lot of points here. You know, we'll see how it all turns out. All right, those are all the games on the card. Mike Brenner, do you have any picks?
I have one more, and it's a Brenner teaser, whether Pistol Pete endorses it or not. The reason I put it together is I thought to myself, the same way you said there was value in the NCAA tournament at certain times with teasers, I thought you would think the same thing. So I want your opinion. I'm going to put the Hawks.
Okay, so that'll put you at plus 18.5.
Okay, because again, we'll use Bet Online. They got the very good 3-team teasers. Milwaukee.
Okay, that'll put you at plus 20.
And Brooklyn, Pete.
Okay, and that'll put you at, for Brooklyn, plus 19.5.
I mean, I just want your honest opinion about that. Those,
Well, my sense is, I mean, we saw we've seen some major blowouts in the past, couple days. I think Orlando got massively blown out. And my sense is that there is a lot of volatility. So when there is a lot of volatility, that's when you don't want to take teasers. You want to take teasers when there's not a lot of volatility. I'm going to give it a shot
and hoping that it cashes, so at least I can say to Pistol Pete, you know what? By God, at least one of them had some damn meaning and some value. So.
Okay. All right, so I guess that just about wraps it up, Mike Brenner. How are you feeling about the playoffs? Are you going to be feeling confident?
Yeah, I do, Pete. I feel it. And last night, again, it was just Atlanta, but that was a playoff game for Atlanta, and I felt that momentum, and it wasn't even close. So I'm looking forward to that rolling right in. But I got one hell of a message from Ray in the Miami Connection. Said, I want to thank you and Pete for another amazing season. The insight, the breakdowns. All right, it has nothing to do with wins and losses. You guys bring it, and you have fun bringing it, and we love you. And that was from the Miami Connection. I actually played that to one of our bosses today.
Oh, really? You did?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And the first thing that the boss said was, please send that to me right away, which I did.
Really?
So, absolutely, Pistol Pete. So, it's been a great season. I want to thank you. I want to thank Wama for jumping in there like a champ and this amazing team behind us. All right, every single one of them behind us, our editing team.
I would have thought the boss would be like, and I care about this. Why? No?
No.
Okay.
Loved it.
Okay.
Loved it.
Okay,
Loved it, baby.
Great.
Again, without you guys, we're nothing. Hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And for the haters, it's the end of the season. Hell, just do us a favor and hit that like button also, because we love you.
Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.